Hi, everyone. My name is Brett Iarrobino. I have the pleasure of serving as Sigma Tau Delta's student representative for the Eastern region this year, and I'm here to talk about metamorphoses that we can observe in our 2021 Common Reader, Rough Beauty, 40 Seasons of Mountain Living, written by Karen Auvinen. Now, I'm not just talking about metamorphoses for the heck of it. Metamorphoses, or the measurable changes and transformations that come out of our lived experiences, our writing, our reading. That is our convention theme for our 2021 International Convention happening in March. And with our Common Reader, we're in no short supply of measuring, of finding, of understanding these changes as we read about Karen Auvinen, our author's journey, through a collection of essays that detail her travels during her childhood, her growth into adolescence, ultimately making that decision to live within the mountains upon reaching adulthood and finishing her education. More specifically, though, I'm going to be talking about the second chapter of Rough Beauty, where we, the readers, bear witness to Karen Auvinen's metamorphosis from her turbulent childhood to a very rebellious adolescence. So chapter 2 is titled Saying No, and I think it's very aptly titled that. Karen Auvinen is faced with a violent home life that is brought on by an abusive father and his spiraling marriage, and she recounts her initial desire to prove herself, proceeding an unexpected uprooting from her childhood home in Colorado to move with her father to a military base in Hawaii. And it's marked by a growing fear of the dark, a really heartbreaking moment where she has her first experience with grief in the death of her family dog, and her own self-described transformation from goody two-shoes to glowering teen. Truly, Miss Auvinen exemplifies the metamorphosis that's called upon all of us during times of hardship, and the ways that we can sometimes misjudge that metamorphosis as something that might be benevolent, which is the feeling she's getting as she is first making this transition, and then ultimately one that is met with apprehension and then later disastrous conflicts. Whether we are faced with the danger of an explosive family unit or a national pandemic or a self-conscious walk down the street, which is something that Karen Auvinen recounts in this chapter as well. We are reminded by chapter 2 of Rough Beauty that there is power in rejecting conformity and rejecting our oppressor by saying no, and also embracing the uncertainty that comes with it. We see this when Karen Auvinen stands up to her abusive father time and time again and is often violently, unfairly, brutally punished for doing this. It's a strategy that benefits ultimately not only her development, but her mother's as well. Eventually, we learn in these final pages of chapter 2 that her mother succeeds in a divorce from her father, and they are able to escape back to Colorado and are able to escape this really awful experience living in Hawaii with him. I'm always someone that has believed that the changes that can come out of going back home, or the place that you call home, and returning there, those are often the best experiences that you can afford yourself. And I think that Karen Auvinen would certainly agree, because this homecoming of fleeing this awful existence in Hawaii and going back to the place that she knows best, that ultimately proves to be something that is truly positive. And although it comes with its own set of hardships, it's a transformation that she is clearly happy to go under. And for that reason, I would say that chapter 2 of Rough Beauty is ultimately a metamorphosis that is based and rooted in homecoming. I won't say anything else about the other chapters. You'll have to watch the other videos to get a sense of what happens there. But I want to thank you for watching this, and I want to encourage you to look for your own experiences of change and journey and transformation when you pick up a copy of our 2021 Common Reader, Rough Beauty. Bye all, and thank you.